Hello and welcome all of you beautiful beings. I'm Victoria and today I'll be channeling through information about the star Altair and Altarian starseeds. So, starseeds that have had lives in Altair and carry currently energy from there within them. We have some cards here that we'll pull from later, but first I'll be talking about what I received. And before I start, I want to mention that this was a request. Thank you so much for this request. And it took a little bit of time to make this one or to get to this one because I feel like it needed to be on a specific day so I can align exactly with the energy from there. And finally, today is the day. Sorry for the wait, but finally, we can see and learn more about these starseeds and about this place, Altair. And another thing before I start, this is channeled information. So like all channeled information from me or from anyone out there in the world, take it with a grain of salt. We all have the ability to connect and channel. So if you want to know more about this place, try to connect yourself and see what you receive. Anyway, let's start. So, Altair is the brightest star in the constellation Aquila, and I believe it even means eagle or just bird, which is very interesting. When I started connecting with the energy of there, a masculine being came to me to tell me more about Altair, and what he told me is that they have been watching the planet Earth for quite a long time, watching it for a long time, and it really felt like they're very interested in it, but interested in experiencing it as well. So that's partly why a lot of these starseeds from their Altarian starseeds, I guess, are here now, because they wanted to experience what life is like on Earth. Part of their mission is still like all the starseeds to help the planet, but they are also here to experience and to see what it's like to be a human and to live here on planet Earth, to have all of these emotions, to have the ups, the downs, and to experience all that there is to experience. So most likely as humans, the starseed from there will probably feel like they really want to learn a lot of new things. They love learning, or they love traveling, they love exploring. Anyone who feels like they love experiencing, and when you love experiencing different emotions as well, and different trials and tribulations. There's some people that love the thrill of things or love drama. And part of it is because they wanted to experience it. It's like watching a series or a soap opera and thinking, damn, this is crazy. I wonder what it would be like if it happened to me. Then it happens to you, and you're not always like loving it, but then after you're like, oh my god, that was a crazy ride. I enjoyed that. So I feel like that's kind of how it is for the souls from there. And more about Altair itself. It was explained to me kind of like an axis or a hub when it comes to interdimensional travel or star travel, traveling through the stargates. Because imagine like underground lines, the subway or trains or airplanes, the way that we have as humans. We have some places, some cities, for example, that have planes that go to only 3 places, 3 destinations, let's say. But there's some cities that when you go there, you can go to any part of the world from that airport, any part. And this is kind of what Altair is. It's a place where when you go there, you can go to many different parts of the universe. So that is why the energy there is definitely positive and the beings there are more positive. And the way that it was kind of explained to me, it sounded a bit like they made sure that it's more of a positive place because it's a place where there's a lot of traveling there. So there's a lot of beings go through there. So it needs to be more of a positive place because of that. And not to say that every single being that's on the planets around there is really high vibrational, and from the higher dimensions, they definitely have planets with beings that are not as advanced, but these ones that came to me and the ones that are probably the starseeds here are definitely from the higher dimensions. I asked them if they have physical bodies, and what they said is not really, but they can materialize if they want to. So just the usual, I guess, when it comes to higher dimensional beings. No, they don't need them, but if they wanted to, they could have, they could, materialize if they need to. So yeah, really, really interesting stuff. And I feel like there was more, but I also feel like now I should start pulling some cards because I'd like to get to know more about what kind of people and what kind of people the starseeds from there are, and also more about what type of beings, I guess, the Altarians are. So we have the Three of Swords here. Oh, and the King of Swords. That's really interesting. So I want to go back to that kind of bird. When we're talking about bird, and we have the Four of Pentacles. When we're talking about meaning bird or eagle, and even the myth, the Greek myth related to Altair is, I think Altair was the eagle that carried Zeus's lightning bolts. The eagle is a bird that flies in the sky, and the swords themselves are very related to air. And air, like I said from the beginning, they've been watching for a long time, and they decided to come here to experience things. But with these cards, I have this feeling of people from there being very intelligent. And like I said, love learning. They love learning. Very communicative as well, but very forward with how they speak to people. Very honest, very truthful. So if they're not scared to hurt someone's feelings, they're very upfront with what they think about someone and what they're doing. So not scared to break hearts. But like I said before, they also came here to experience a lot of emotions, different emotions. So heartbreak and sadness is one of them. And some of them may have come here to experience being the heartbreakers as well, or experience both. I mean, a lot of times in our lives when we get heartbroken, we do somehow end up breaking someone else's heart too. I guess karma in a way. But yeah, it really feels like that is part of the experience that was wanted. So for a lot of the, I guess, Altarian starseeds, they would have had big moments in their lives of heartbreak, but most likely also moments where they were the heartbreakers. And they're very good at speaking, very good at expressing themselves, and have really strong opinions about things as well. Really strong opinions, and they're not afraid to share them. Again, honesty. But here with the Four of Pentacles, I do feel this reluctance to open up. Part of it is because they've been watching for so long, and they know what humans can be like. So it's hard for them to open up. It's kind of like you watch so many, it's a weird analogy, but when you watch so many soap operas, you start to think that everyone is going to betray you and everyone is going to, do something to you. So it's kind of hard for you to open up and fully embrace the love and the heart-centeredness of others. And because of that, they can be very logical. They can become very cold and calculating, like atheists. I don't know why that's coming through. Like, they could be like, oh, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in anything. It's all logic, all math, all science. Sorry. There's definitely that kind of feeling there. And that's coming because of not being able to fully open the heart and not being able to fully embrace love, because it's hard because of all of the pain that they've gone through. There might be like pain that they've gone through when they were in Altair as well. But I definitely feel like it's more of about humans. It's about humans and how humans treat them. Because, yeah, as we see here, the Queen of Cups came through, which does mean that they are actually very, very sensitive souls, and very creative souls as well. Just that kind of explorer that loves to create, loves to make beauty, loves to just have fun and experience new things. But because of some of these experiences, they tend to close themselves off, even though, again, they're very loving on the inside. Once they are able to open their hearts, they really shine and they really can become very, very, very compassionate. And suddenly they realize, oh, I don't think I'm an atheist anymore. Maybe I believe in more. Yeah, really, really interesting. We also have the Hermit here. So again, that feeling of learning, exploring, and exploring by yourself as well. They're beings and people that, aren't scared to be alone. They can be loners many times. They can be like very much hermits or just lone wolves that, feel like, yeah, it's nice to be around other people and it's nice to experience stuff with other people, but it's also nice to be alone. And it makes sense because of all of that sensitivity, that empath sensitivity that is just, they're taking so much energy and so much sadness and darkness. I kind of feel like a lot of them are transmuters. They take a lot of the energy here of the earth, partly because they wanted to and they wanted to experience it, but they don't fully know how to handle it and how to deal with it. And that's why it's so hard for them. Probably in the early years, it was very hard for them to express their emotions properly because people just didn't react well to them. Most humans don't know how to react to emotions. So when they see someone who's overly emotional or overly critical, they don't really react very well. Let's see now, what is the mission of these starseeds? Ooh. Why did they come here? We already know a little bit about it. So let's see what else will come through. We have karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. So again, here to grow, here to experience this polarity, here to experience being so closed off that you never feel even love for anyone, and then finding your way to open your heart. That is what they came here to do. So if you resonate to that, if you feel like you kind of went through something like that, then, you might be carrying some of this energy. came here to experience conflict so that they can experience. I don't think it's just for growth. I think it's here. I think they're here to experience. It doesn't matter if they're growing or not. Of course, growing is great, but they're here to experience, again, like that kind of learning, exploring vibe where they love to see more. And look exactly how they're on different planets. Like I said, they were watching for a long time. They were watching and they wanted to go and experience it. So they came here as well to finally experience what it's like to be human, what it's like to live in polarity, what it's like to live with so much conflict and with so much different energies around, and what it's like to be a completely different human being at one point of your life, and then at the complete other side, on the other part of your life. Yeah, crazy. So definitely these are people that experience a lot. And we have here activated Earth. Power places, linears, trust where you're led. Even though there's that energy of them not really being always attuned, kind of being a bit pessimistic at points and critical, and I don't know how to explain it except, you think of an atheist. It's just the best way to explain it, like logical and thinking that, yeah, it's all just, everything is math and science. I mean, yeah, it is, but not exactly. But they still have that connection. And even though they're so, at some points of their lives, feeling disconnected or seem like they're disconnected, they're still connected. It's kind of funny because they know on the inside, but they just don't want to admit it. If they really are atheists at some point of their lives, it's like they know that there's something out there, but they don't want to admit it because they're like, want to stick to logic, I want to stick to this. And even in those times of their life, they're always led somehow. They're always, in a way, protected and saved, and not saved exactly, but guided. And again, that travel feeling, definitely people who love to travel, and even if they don't love traveling, they somehow end up traveling a lot anyway. It doesn't have to be to different countries, but I do feel like a lot of them probably do travel to different countries or will be traveling a lot in the future. And going to different places so that they can experience the different energy. Again, it's a lot about experiencing the different energy, the different culture, experiencing all of these different things that, they can't get on this planet that they're from originally. And this, whatever place they live on, it's not like this place here called Earth. We also have cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So again, the same kind of themes of having the really low lows and the really high highs, and really when you reach the bottom and you're so far down, that's when you finally crack and you finally find your heart and you finally find that love within yourself. Find out, oh my god, I was the king of swords, but now I'm the queen of cups. That kind of feeling where it just changes their lives forever and their whole viewpoints forever. And that's what they came here to experience. That probably happened to most people on the planet, to be honest. A lot of people start off being very not open to anything like this, like spiritual, but certain circumstances lead them to opening up to all of that. Let's see what else will come through. We have lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. You've done this before. I'm getting the feeling that most likely, I mean, since they were watching Earth, and this is a place where you can travel to many places, a place where you can travel to many places, haha. I get the feeling that these souls, they haven't just been watching Earth. They've been watching many other places, and they like exploring other places too. So they've been explorers, not just on Earth, but on many different planets. And they bring a certain energy. I don't know if they consciously know. They probably do, but they bring a certain type of energy with them wherever they go. And it is a very uplifting energy. It's kind of like a really fun energy. They're really, on the inside, they're very fun souls. Souls that love having fun, love playing, love dancing. Dancing, I feel like dancing and movement and song is very important to them. That's what's coming through. And here they came to bring a lot of that as well. Of course, to experience a new place, but to bring through this energy as well and bring this fun. It's like you walk into a room of people just on their phones or just, staring at walls. But then you uplift the whole mood and you're like, come on, guys, let's dance, let's have fun, let's move around, let's sing together, let's play something. that is these Altarian starseeds, and they, of course, will most likely not be like that at the start of their lives, or at a certain point of their lives, because, like I have been saying this whole time, they're here to experience the extremes. So at one point of their lives, they may have been very closed off and been one of those people staring at a wall, but on the inside, and what they truly are is those people that bring the party, bring the fun, and that is what most likely they end up being at least at the end of their lives, hopefully earlier. And let's see what else will come through here from this last deck for the Altarians and their mission. We have Fairy Voyage. As a child of power, you can bring joy and purpose to the world. Notice that she's flying. Notice that there's a bird here. Again, Altair, bird, and flight. And also watching from above. There's this kind of feeling of flowing through life. These beings, they flow. And as humans, they can also flow through life so easily when they open their hearts and when they really start to learn more about themselves as well. It's kind of like, what it's reminding me is how birds, when they fly, they don't flap their wings that much. They just let the, momentum, not sure, I'm not great at physics here, whatever it is, they don't flap that much. They just kind of glide through the air, and it makes it feel effortless. And it doesn't mean it's easy, it's hard, especially at the start, to learn this, and to start it's hard, but then when you're going through it, it is easy. It is just like flowing, like really runny honey, or like flowing like butter, smooth like butter. Things can just go really smoothly for them, actually. And that's another thing that I felt like I wanted to mention, but I really feel like the humans that are Altarian starseeds, they kind of probably have lives that some other people might think are easier, or like, oh, you got this like really easy. Like, I had to work so hard for this, but you got it so easily. And that's not because they didn't work hard for it. It's just what they wanted to experience, and they needed that for their experience. So that can cause some other humans to be jealous of them. But I don't think they care. The Altarian starseeds, they can care if they're not living in their full truth, and if they're still not fully open in terms of heart. And it can hurt, yeah, having people be jealous of you, but ultimately, because life is just flowing so nicely and easily, when it does flow for them, they just don't care. People are jealous of me. I don't care. This is my life. This is how I'm living it. And they can do so much with the positions that they have as well. The positions that they have in life are important. Again, they did come here to experience things, but a big reason they came also is to bring this energy and to bring change and to teach people that life can be easy. Life can flow. You can flow with life. You can just fly through the sky. You don't have to walk all the way somewhere. You can use an airplane. Yeah, funny, because before we were talking about travel again. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. Guys, let me know what you thought about all of this. I thought it was very, very interesting and intriguing to learn about this place and these starseeds and these beings. And if you guys are interested in more about them, let me know in the comments. If you're interested in any other place, also let me know in the comments. And yeah, if you're interested in a personal reading, actually, details of how you can contact me are down below in the description. Anyway, I hope you guys have a most amazing and wonderful rest of your day. And I hope I see you in my next video. Bye!